Hey, it's your boy Junior, and today we're gonna be working on some logos. Before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'd love to see your support. So we're gonna be working on a logo for Daryl Mays. Daryl Mays is one of my dearest friends. I love that guy. We work together very closely when it comes to his designs, his Shop Mays merch, and everything related to his brand. I am gonna come up with some different styles and different elements to show you on how I get that started. I'm starting off with my sketchbook. I like starting with a sketchbook because I feel like I have a lot more freedom when it comes to a sketchbook. When I do stuff digitally, I feel a little constricted, and some may say,
how in the world do you feel constricted digitally?
And the reason why is because I just don't feel like I have the human spirit freedom for me to create the way I want to create. It almost feels like the digital world pushes me in different directions instead of letting my intuition push me. So the way I do it is, especially when I come to working with logos and different variations of different things, I like to create a grid. And the reason why is because I create different logos and different variations for that person so that they can see them comparatively next to each other, and then they can think which one they like and which one they don't like. So I'm gonna create a simple grid, nothing too crazy. I'm just gonna divide the page up into 9 different boxes, and we'll take it from there. Let me put my glove on. The reason why I use this glove is I use it digitally more than anything. It allows my hand to glide when I'm creating a straight line, but I also use it when I'm sketching. It reduces the amount of smudge that the paper creates when I'm moving my hand from side to side or over the pencil marks that I created. All right, so there really is no rhyme or reason to how I do this. It's just honestly getting my intuition, my ideas out on paper. I really don't know how this is gonna turn out. I'm just working with something so that I can have a rough draft to start bringing it digitally. And once I create it digitally, that's when I start to refine the details as to what I really want and how I want it to look. I remember he wanted some type of a style where he could incorporate his brand into his logo or into the logo that we're creating so that people know that it's him immediately. And Daryl's all about making people laugh and making people feel good. And he's really good at that, especially, I mean, if you watch his videos, you definitely laugh at a lot of them. One thing about Daryl is that he really pushes himself to really make the audience feel like they're part of his family. And he does that just by kind of making you feel like you can relate to his videos as much as often. So what I did here was, in my first design that I just did, and this is something very simple, I just created a DM with 2 smiley face eyes above the M over the under arc of the M to kind of make it look like a smiling face. And this was just like a sans serif that I used to create the DM so that it's just, you know, I'm just simplifying things right now. I don't want to make it too difficult on me. And then here you can get a little more abstract with it to try to figure out how you want it, you know what I mean? And like I said, this is rough. This is all rough. So you don't got to take this all too serious. It's just getting your ideas out on paper to see how things are gonna flow. I think we're good. I think we're gonna move on to digitally. I'm gonna take these designs and see what I can do. So something that you can do is always look what's out there too. Like, you can always reference another image or another logo. Just don't copy it outright. So you can always gain inspiration and some ideas as to how you want to recreate a different logo or create your own logo. But make sure that whatever you use, it's always going to be 20% different than the other image, because you can infringe on copywriting and you can get sued. You don't want to get sued when it comes to something like that. So avoid copywriting, avoid trying to take somebody's logo and refining it to be yours. If you do that, make sure that you change it at least 20%. I think that is the rule. That was the rule back when I was in college, 20%. But make sure that you change a decent amount of it so that you don't have any lawsuits pending against you. And that's a wrap. Now that we have 3 designs, I'm gonna take them to Daryl and hopefully he likes one of them. If he doesn't like any of them, we will have to start from scratch and just start over. But if he does like one of them or likes some type of the design, we can keep drafting designs off his comments and what he said. The next step in after doing this is taking your design and using a software such as Adobe Illustrator so that we can create vector files. And the reason why you create a vector file is that you have crisp lines. So if I was to take this image and I was to blow it up on a banner or something massive, you're gonna see a lot of the pixelations. When you have a vector file, it does not pixelate at all. It stays nice and crisp. So that's the final image that you want to bring to your client. I'm not gonna take you through that process because it's a long time and it's extremely tedious. It's moving little vectors dot by dot, and it's just not something that you want to sit through. But moving on to your clients, if you want to start creating logos, you can always sketch it up and use some type of a software such as Adobe Illustrator to create those vector files when you want a final design and you want to have them printed on t-shirts, banners, or make them larger, whatever it is that you want to use them in. And that's really it. I really hope you like this video. Please make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and looking forward to showing you more of my designs.